Welcome, everybody, to Pick Central. We are live on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel. I'm your host, once again today, filling in for Brandon Walker, who will be back on Monday. He's been dealing with the death in his family in Mississippi. We certainly miss him. I'm Ben Mintz, and excited today because a lot of the boys are back in town.
Sit over there, dude.
We've got some familiar faces back in the studio after they went down south, and I'm excited to hear about the bench mob trip to the south. Been following on social media. First, Marty Mush back in the house. What's up, Marty? How are you?
What's going on, man? I'm glad to be back, even though I won't be here tomorrow. But glad to be back.
Well, we're glad to.
I miss the boys.
Wait, so you're here today and not tomorrow, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're glad you could fit us in one day this week.
The trick is always the trick when you land is, and Kelsey she's great, but when we land and when you have enough time to come to Pick Central, that you always want to be in the air. You want an excuse after the trip. You need a little bit of a nap today, but I'm here. I'm delivering. Pick Central. Sponsored by, well, fake, but Innisfree. Shout out to the boys at Innisfree.
Yeah, that place is unbelievable. You know where Morgan Wallen got canceled for hooking up with everybody?
What was it, some Alabama bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like their main bar. It's fucking unbelievable.
Did y'all go to Galette's?
No.
No, we didn't. We went in there for a little
Went for
bit.
dinner.
We were on Nate Oates' boat for 3 hours.
Went to Musselman's house. It was a good time.
Rico Bosco, the return of RB. Good to have you back.
It is good to have me back. I saw the units. You know, fucking Dan.
Big cat walking by. Come on.
You know the address here?
What do you want me to do? How much?
I was just asking. I didn't know you knew the address here. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, pal.
Oh, I got a pal?
That was
Well, Rico, we're damn glad to have you back.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back.
Joined also by Big Ev. Ev, it's been fun doing some shows with you this week.
Been around this week just hanging out, just chopping up my boy Mincy, talking a little NBA Finals, whatever we could stir up. Mincy was doing a little story time yesterday about his 75th place in the poker main.
nice.
10 years
nice.
ago, so I'm
Alright.
reliving my glory days. What can you say?
We can we do pats on the back this early in the show? Or we gotta wait because we said it was gonna be a good finals,
Here it is. It is.
right?
It's great finals.
I know on paper it looks like shit. Suns, Bucks, who the fuck cares? It's good finals.
I think it's one of those things where I feel like coming into it, I think everyone was so sick of just, it's LeBron every year, it's LeBron every year, it's LeBron every year. And then LeBron wasn't in it, and then everyone was like, LeBron's not in it, who cares?
Right.
Like it just swung back and forth a little bit. Like it's like you're just moving the goalposts back, but it's been a great competitive series.
Yeah, you can't win with the NBA. They root for the super teams and they hate the super teams. You just kind of can't win with them.
Well, there was a bunch of stuff from last night's game to touch on. First of all, man, what an effort by Devin Booker in the loss. Chris Paul had he had a really bad first half, and I kind of thought that was a big part of the hurt him because Booker, what, he had 42?
Chris Paul had a bad everything.
Yeah.
He just played like dog shit.
And then he turned that turnover late in the game when he fell down. Just killed him.
The Booker foul, non-foul.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
he
tough.
tried to when we're referring to
tough.
Booker had 5 fouls, and he literally tried to foul him
It was insane.
as he was going to the goal, and they didn't call it.
They're lucky the Bucks won because that's how the fuck do you not call that? And then the Suns win.
What in the heat of the moment did Booker he must have just lost his head because he should have just given up the layup, but it was like he was trying to foul him, and in his awareness he forgot he had 5 fouls. Was literally the only explanation I had for it.
Yeah, and that boost that we gave out too was plus 350 over 36.5 in the Suns win. That's brutal. Because the Suns I thought they were controlling, and then that fourth quarter just the Bucks were always in it too, but we were due for a little bit of a closer game. This one I felt like
What a cover by the Bucks.
it was under too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Went way under.
Yeah.
Mark in Philly called a bunch of us out on Twitter for nobody giving out over 220 yesterday, and I don't know.
He's lost a step, huh?
I'm not saying nothing about anybody losing
He doesn't
any
have
steps.
Mark in Philly needs a thing going. He needs the call-in where he can reference wrestling, and he needs a hot streak or the Sixers tickets. Mark in Philly's like just a wandering guy right now. He's got to get another angle.
Well, I thought it was a hell of a game. I was a little bummed because Suns plus 4.5 I thought looked good until the last minute or two. But the Suns, Milwaukee deserved to win. And Chris Middleton, by the way, got to mention him, man. He knocked down some huge shots down the stretch.
Put up 40 last night?
It's interesting how they don't really. It seems like they go to him a lot in the fourth when it's on the line, and a little less to Giannis. But I also want to give a huge shout out to both fan bases because you think in the NBA, you think all the major markets, you think Lakers, Celtics, whatever. But man, both these fan bases are nuts. I mean, Milwaukee, you see what's it called, the Deer District?
Yeah.
I mean, they've got 25,000, 30,000 out there and 18,000 in the arena. And then you always think of Phoenix as like a transplant town because people are from all over. And that's true for the Cardinals because they came from St. Louis in the late 80s, and the Diamondbacks are an expansion team. But it seems like the Suns are really the Phoenix old school team. And, I think the atmosphere has just been on fire for all these matchups.
I agree. I mean, what's it called? The Fiserv?
Fiserv, I think.
Fiserv Forum.
That stadium is fucking loud.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's an amazing stadium, and then you're right. The Bucks. It seems like when you're home, you win this series right now. So we'll see the next game. When's the next game?
When is the next game? Is it Saturday?
I think it's Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
They don't like Saturday. They're going Saturday?
Are they? Let's double check that.
What does that
I need to
mean?
double.
No, what's the worst night of television? Saturday night. Look it up. It's a fact.
So are we
For
sure?
sports?
I'm not totally sure on that. I'm about to look it up.
A lot. The NBA.
Saturday at 9.
The NBA tries to go to Sundays as many times as possible.
Yeah, but when you're the only
Past finals, you can look. They'll put 3 days in between so they can.
Well,
have
but think about this one with the
the
NBA
British loves
Open.
Sunday nights. Loves Sunday nights.
British Open, maybe they didn't want to. I don't know. It would have been obviously be over earlier, but maybe they didn't want to compete with that. Kind of take that day away.
Which days? British Open on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah, because
but it's going to be done. The British Open.
Well, no, I agree.
It's all good. It's British Open starts at like 3 a.m.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really understand. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't really.
I think they have Sunday Night Baseball. No.
Hold on. When was the last? The last game was what? Last night, which was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 days in between. I think they had to have given it like.
You got to give them the traffic.
And they're traveling.
If given them the choice, they'd rather pick Sunday. But at some point, they got to be like, well, 3 days is excessive. We'll just go with Saturday. So I don't think they had a choice.
Yeah, it's Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday.
But I will say this. You can look back old finals. They start them on Sundays. They want a swing game on Sunday, and they usually want game 7 on Sunday. They love Sundays. It's a fact.
I'm enjoying
It's a fact.
We discussed this a little bit yesterday. I'm liking the fact that this is running into July because this is the dead sports time now.
Yep.
I mean, I know it's tough on the NBA, and we've seen all the injuries, and I know next year probably won't be like this, but this fact that we've got where we've got at least 6-game NBA Finals, if not 7, is certainly helping the dog days of summer thing because this is literally the worst couple weeks in sports.
I think it's so weird that just the Yankees and Red Sox are on tonight.
I was thinking, do they always do that
No.
where just one team plays the first day back?
No,
I felt
Almost everybody.
I felt the same way.
It's
I thought
it
recently
was day
changed
games.
where everybody was supposed to get till Friday.
That's what I thought.
Thursday
too.
was a dead day. Why even have one game?
The one game is weird.
That's
and
so
I'm
bad.
not mad about it because it's the Yankees Red Sox, but it's like, why have just do it Friday?
Well, they're doing one game because that's I think it's just them adjusting. There's nothing on in sports tonight.
Yeah, it's a
and so
bad
they're
night.
throwing it on because the All-Star game's over. There's no NBA Finals, and so they think, hey, let's just throw this game on and they'll get big ratings with the Yankees of Boston.
It's
But
definitely going to get big ratings because it's literally the only thing you can watch tonight.
Yeah.
This is kind of just this couple weeks is what you got to slog through. But I always think once August 1 hits and you get fall camp starting for NFL and college. I know August isn't technically a football month, but there's so much anticipation.
No, it
to build.
is.
Yeah.
Especially from down south. We were talking some people came up there oh, it's and I was like, you guys it's college football down here year round pretty much, right? And they were like, yeah, Feinbaum show is year round because there's nothing else. There's no protein. It's an interesting dynamic.
It is, and you just went to when you go to Arkansas, you look at states: Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. No,
Yep.
there's no.
No, that's it. It's the only game in town.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Saints in New Orleans.
We told a story on Bench Mob, but I drove 6.5 hours from Arkansas to Alabama, and Rico was just like, I just want to get an hour and let me drive.
When else are you going to drive in Arkansas?
I was like,
Alabama,
fine,
through Mississippi?
I'll let you drive, sure. And we had a whole debacle in Burger King. They were only giving 3 things out on the menu. McDonald's, they gave us 90 free nuggets. It was unbelievable. But so everything's going great, right? I switch. Rico, we're about 25 minutes away, gets pulled over. And the cop didn't even come come up to the window yet. And Rico goes, "Officer, this is a rental car. I'm from New York. This is not my car. I don't even know what's going on. We're going. We went from Arkansas. Coach Musselman. He's telling us our life story to him. And at one point, he literally just like the guy was like, "Your taillights are out, sir." And that was it. And he goes, "Well, but look," he puts his call log down and shows that Nate Oates called him. He goes, "Oh, we're going to Nate Oates." He goes, I don't know what the fuck you're talking
name
about,
dropped.
guy.
We were 25 minutes away. He's like, "Wait, so you were reporters?" I'm like, "Well, like, not really." He's like, "All right, just do me a favor." Like, we figured it out. He's like, "Just pull up a little bit. Let me make sure it's working." We pull up. He's like, "It's working." I'm like, I must have said it's a straight rental like 50 times. Because in my head,
You would have thought we had like
we were
10
driving
pounds of
safe.
coke in the car.
We were driving safe. I knew I wasn't speeding. But the worst thing I saw in my head, and all I saw was a nightmare of getting a ticket or getting a court appearance down there and them not picking up the flight here and me having to go back to appear in court. I'm like, I can't do that. So I'm like, I got to talk my way out of this no matter what the fuck it is.
It reminds me of the Sopranos.
And I think, like,
It reminds me of the Sopranos when Paulie talks about the story when he was down south with
yes,
Johnny.
yes.
Yeah, that's what it reminds. This
Speaking-
reminds me of.
Bonnie Fife.
Bonnie Fife.
But
yeah.
is that not a nightmare scenario? You got to go back to Alabama to appear in court?
I'm so sorry. I got to shout him out real fast because shout out my boy Glenny Balls. Randomly on Instagram, it was just like, who's the biggest Sopranos fan? Jamie Lynn Siegler just tagged Glenny Balls.
Really?
Incredible.
Yes.
No,
Incredible.
like
Yes, I
Glenny
saw
didn't
that
say
too.
anything. That is huge.
Good
right
for
there.
him.
Meadow?
Yes,
Yes.
Meadow did.
Meadow.
Just on like Balls didn't even say like tag her or anything. She just did it herself.
Yeah, I saw
Completely
that.
on her own. Crazy. when I saw
That's
that,
huge news.
and honestly, I think it actually goes even further because when I saw that, I clicked and I looked to see she doesn't even follow him,
That's even
which
better.
I think is even better. I agree that
Yeah.
it's like
I
she's not
think-
even like she doesn't even follow
think
his
Rhea and
Instagram
Fran-
I
page.
didn't know
Still,
that much. Yeah.
I think Rhea and Fran said they had her on and she like kind of follows Barstool.
she must if she knows how big of a Sopranos fan
What's
Glenny
the
Balls
original?
is.
Me
Yeah,
and
look at-
Amy Lee
look at that shit.
watched it together for the first time. Oh yeah, the kids are doing a podcast, right?
Yeah. The
I heard
pajama-
about this.
Yeah.
Yes,
I wanna
tag-
get
it
Robin
says,
Aller on the poker one
Tag the
'cause he plays
biggest
poker.
Sopranos
Yeah.
fan you know and show them how little these people know about their favorite show, and Glenny Balls for sure.
Wait, I can't see what she's.
She
She just said Glenny
she said on the
Balls.
bottom,
Glenny Balls for
she
sure.
has
What
by
she
her
said.
check
Oh,
mark.
Glenny. Oh, that thing's blocking it. Okay, got it.
There he is. Balls.
Glenny.
Balls, ball.
That was crazy. He just walked
gotta
out.
He knew what was going on.
We had the Jamie Lynn thing.
I did not know what was going on. I was going to get fucking lunch, Rico. Is that okay with you? I was just talking to Jen, and now I'm going outside to lunch.
What are you taking shots at? We're
No, we're
complimenting.
giving
you
you,
what's
we're giving
going
you
on.
huge
Fucking
props on the show.
complimenting.
What are we talking about, fellas?
We're talking about Jamie Lynn.
Oh,
Say congrats.
thank you guys. I
We actually just had a
appreciate
great like clap it up at Glenny moment. He came in throwing shots.
that. because he was like, he knew what he was doing. No, I didn't. But yeah, I mean, huge moment. It's not every day that Meadow Sopranos is the biggest Sopranos fan in the world. You know.
And we were saying, I guess she follows Barstool a little. How'd she know
So
you were?
she wrote back to my so Robert Eiler does the AJ.
His
And,
brother's a huge stoolie.
Yeah, AJ, and
He
she
knew who I
she
was.
wrote back on my comment because I commented back like, I hope you know this is like the biggest honor of my lifetime, like literally. And then she wrote back, oh yeah, Rob told me about you. It's Robert Eiler, I'm assuming. So that's how I found out. I was driving yesterday to go get a haircut, and then I just saw that. I saw Jamie Lynn Siegler. I was like, is that actually Jamie Lynn Siegler? And then yep, it said biggest tagger, biggest Sopranos fan.
I would have
At Glenny
loved
Balls.
to be a fly on the wall of AJ and Meadow talking about Glenny Balls. Like, yeah, this guy Balls, he rates burgers and ball scales, and he loves Sopranos.
That's true. Yeah. So it's probably what
That would be
happened.
unbelievable.
It sounds like it's probably what happened. But yeah, I mean, that's I wrote a blog about it. I said on the blog that's Instagram/Twitter bio worthy. Like
No, you're done.
Meadow
Oh.
Soprano said you're the biggest Sopranos
I'll be
fan. Like
honest.
you're
No, you got
downhill.
it.
You're
You got
peak-
it.
You peaked.
Downhill.
That is,
We've hit the peak and now we're down.
there's only other thing that can happen is like,
It's like Billy Joel inviting me on stage.
yeah, I feel like that's it.
That's it. That's the only other thing.
Darius,
Because
Hootie, you gotta get on
Entourage-
Hootie
too.
too.
Because like
Yeah.
Entourage, you've
First
kind of
pitch
already
at the
got
Mets.
it too.
Wait,
like
wait,
turtle
wait.
nose.
That's
like,
a good power poll. All right, so Jamie Lynn Siegler did that. Billy Joel invites you on stage. The Mets ask you to throw out a
If
first
Billy
pitch.
Joel just somehow acknowledges my existence, that would be number one.
Or the Mets ask you to throw a first pitch. What's the biggest one?
Billy Joel's. If Billy Joel somehow like sees me,
All right.
like knows, if someone could just tell me Billy Joel knows I exist, that would be number one
Okay.
by far. by
Okay.
far.
So Billy Joel way over Hootie.
Not way over Hootie. Hootie would be right there too.
Okay.
All right, so right now,
Oh fuck!
wait.
Speaking of Hootie Fest tickets go on sale today.
I was wondering if you knew about
Is that the
that.
thing in Mexico? Is that the
you want to
Mexico?
come? How do you want to go?
Man, if
I wanna go bad. I wanna go
I
bad.
think I'll literally get castrated if I go to Mexico with you by Dave.
If
So,
we go to Hootie Fest,
I want to
I
go
don't know.
bad.
can we go?
I want to go bad.
The tickets go on sale today.
where's it, Cancun?
Yes,
I
4
was-
nights of Hootie.
respectfully,
It's in
decline.
January though, right?
Yeah.
That'll be even better. Get out of the
Late
cold
January.
weather.
I know, but
Yeah,
it's
but that's
tough.
like football season. I was
It's
worried
college
about that
basketball.
too.
It's tough.
All right, so right now, every person here, who's like one celebrity that you would like not be able to even talk to, like you'd almost choke up talking to them.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Bar none. It's not even debatable.
All right, Mincy.
I used to tweet her every day. Good morning, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Drew Brees,
nothing.
still John Bell, widespread panic.
Nope, one person.
Probably Drew Brees.
Like shaking, like barely.
I think
even-
Drew Brees, I'd be shaking. Like I said, JB would be tough for me too.
I've said mine like 40 times.
That's probably either like
Who's yours?
Larry David.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
it's hard for me to pick one. Maybe like Eli, but I feel like I wouldn't be that nervous for some reason.
Yeah, I feel like Eli, you'd be
I feel
fine.
like I'll just have like an awkward.
Maybe
moment.
like
I honestly feel like top celebrity, the sports guys make it easier. Like I know you're a huge
Yeah,
Brees
because we
fan, but I feel like
know
him being a
the
sports
sports-
guy make it.
And because we know
Yes.
some like big sports guys, and
Yeah,
they're just
like
kinda
real
just dumb.
celebrities. I think is scarier.
You'd walk away
maybe
from
like
Eli.
50,
You'd
I think
walk away
I
from
mean-
Eli thinking you're cooler than Eli.
maybe 50.
I think a lot of us would be very starstruck if, let's say, Adam Sandler walked in here. That
that's a
would be
good
very
one.
starstruck.
What about
very
Will Ferrell?
starstruck.
We're on Will
Yes,
Ferrell.
like if you saw
He
Will
gives
Ferrell.
he gives hugs.
Who?
Sandler.
The Sandman?
Oh, I would.
He actually, my friend met him like through another person. And he doesn't handshake hug.
Yeah, I mean, he's one person. If you see Sandman, you're like, holy shit. That's the
Yeah,
Sandman.
that's crazy.
Honestly, Action
such a
Bronson was up
regular
there for
guy,
me, and then
too.
I got to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Alright,
such
kids.
a regular guy,
you
Sam.
later.
Go get your tickets, balls.
Honestly,
Congrats on the Jamie Lynn Sigler acknowledgement, though. That, I mean,
Thank you, Ben Mintz. Did you see? By the way, did you see the second annual Mintz off last night?
I did.
There was another Mintz off. There was another Mintz
There's
off.
another one.
Yeah, it was the second annual Mintz off.
Mince saw a ghost.
I wish I needed. I need
Where's the footage for this?
I tweeted it out last night. It was
Oh,
on the
On the
okay.
rundown.
Okay. I
was the
saw the
second-
rundown the first one. I didn't realize.
I wanted to see, but by the way, did Megan Making Money tell you that her husband apparently is the best mincer?
Oh wow, I hadn't heard her.
The other day, she pulled me over. She's like, the first word she said to me, she goes, my husband does a better Ben.
You wanna go right now,
Tank?
Wow. You want to go?
again.
What's up, fellas? How's it going down here? I'm so glad to see you down here in the bayou.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, fellas? You know, we don't have Nickelback concert down here. There's no one gets you Nickelback. We got Dimebacks, we got this back.
Down here, we do some widespread panic concerts. It's real good. I got tickets 5 days in a row.
Oh, yeah?
Beacon Theater. We got them on the balcony. It's going to be
And you
a
get
great
great
concert.
barbecue,
I
you
used
know.
to watch it when I
We
went to
got
go play
crawl,
poker.
we got
10
crawfish,
days
we
in
got
a
some
row
gumbo down
with
here.
my
We got
ESPN Shreveport co-workers.
Frank doing it. It's just so funny.
I just see the gif of Mincy when Glenn said we had a second Mintz off.
Yeah,
We had a
his
second
soul
Mince off.
came out.
His head snapped back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Megan Making Money said her husband does the best mints. So I said, one day we got to get Megan Making Money's husband, me, Tank, and then Ben Mintz and Ben Mintz's parents to be the judges. And we just have a full-blown mince off, and whoever
Oh,
wins.
y'all gotta meet my dad.
Whoever wins is the real mince.
Y'all gonna lose it when y'all meet my dad. He's more fiery.
Does he do the same thing?
He's just like in your face. Oh man, I'll hang out with my dad. I don't even speak. He talks so much.
All right. Hey, deuces, fellas.
Lenny, thanks for stopping by.
Congrats, brother.
Congrats. I don't know how I missed the mints off. I'm gonna have to check that out later.
That was, I think, one of the most genuine laughs I've ever had. I'm so happy that I turned my head to see Mintz do that live. That was incredible.
unbelievable.
Incredible.
I don't even know. And Glenny was rocking the Bourbon Bowl shirt, the South Louisiana thing today too, which was kind of killing me as well. Guys, I want to recap y'all's trip. What, did y'all enjoy? I know you can't say you like Arkansas or Bama more, but just some highlights.
Listen,
No, the biggest thing
you
is
definitely can't say you like. That's all I'm gonna say is you can't say you like Arkansas or Alabama
that's what I
more
liked.
than each other.
That's what I liked right there.
There's for sure a rivalry.
Well, Fayetteville. Okay, here's the
There's
thing.
for sure a
the
rivalry.
thing on Arkansas and the South. Fayetteville's an awesome town. It's beautiful. It's in the mountains. Dixon Street's a thing. They've got so much money in that area because it's Walmart, Tyson Chicken, and they've got all the money. The only thing with Fayetteville that's bad that y'all learn driving, the location's awful. It's on the northwest corner of Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. It's not close to anything.
Yeah.
And so that's always, like, I feel like Arkansas's problem in recruiting. It's like once they get people there, they're like, holy crap, facilities are top-notch, tons of money, everything's great. But y'all learned that the hard way. I heard y'all had like a 13-hour drive.
No, we had 8.
8-hour drive. No, but the coolest thing was that, like, we kind of went in thinking, all right, we're going to watch practice from the side, interview them, and, like, just go on our way. Like, that's kind of what we thought we were going to do. And then they, like, went above and beyond. Like, they made me practice in Arkansas. They're making Rico throw up, like, do plays. We interview them. They invited to their houses. Like, I haven't even been to Rico's house, one of my best friends here. And, like, the fucking Nate Oates and Musselman's bringing us there. Like,
he's the only guy who can get up on the wakeboard.
I'm glad they didn't show us.
Check this out, Mincy.
Thank God they didn't show us.
Back in the office.
Tell me he eats it on here.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, no.
Eat it.
Oh, no. Oh, thank God. They show me and Rico. We literally waterboarded ourselves 4 times.
You know what it is? It's the like concept. Like if you don't get the concept, like anything like that, I was bad snowboarding. I can't. They're like bury your heels and then kick up and then you pull yourself. I'm like, all right, it's already too many things. So we did the tubing and Coach Oates literally just tried to knock us off as bad as possible. And we got a scoop. The staff went before us and we were like, what are the tips? Like, do you just hold on? They're like, no, they bang you around a little bit. So I figured out if you have like a wide base in the middle, every time we hit a wave, I would like hold the middle and I'm taunting them. And then these two are laughing so hard. I'm laughing. I'm like, he can't get me. He can't get me. And the GA, the assistant's like, he's like, I read your lips. You're like taunting him. And sure as shit, I went flying off the back.
Flying off backwards. But all in all, it's like our main goal is just that we're trying to help these schools and promote the shit out of them. And I think that these 2 trips will show other schools that it works. And it was crazy how, like, accommodating they were. Like, just playing pool for 3 hours. The kids were their star players are giving us, like, fucking tours. It was awesome. So, and I don't think there is a college, like, basketball people that do anything, like, behind the scenes of stuff.
If they do, it's buried on ESPN or 2 like late night, and it's not.
There's no.
It's not covered the right way. We always obviously pump our shit, and it can. Yeah, I mean, it could hopefully can be a bunch of different places.
What's interesting to me is Oates and Musselman, and I mean, and they're not the only ones, but just seeing the value, and they're in the SEC, and it's fascinating because you look at SEC basketball historically, it's like Calipari, Kentucky, Florida has been the number 2. But these guys are, really pushing, and both those schools are all in. Bama and Arkansas are putting money in, and, they see it as the wave of the future. It's really smart.
It's only going to help with the name, image, and likeness stuff. You talk to them a little bit.
That shit's crazy. That no one knows what's going on.
It's really, truly, like, nobody knows what's going on.
The Wild West.
It is.
So one kid on Alabama, like, I could see, like, he started Jelly Roll.
The Jelly
or
fam?
something?
You know about this, Ev? You definitely.
No.
I feel like you do.
From
I'm gonna
around-
send it real fast.
The Jelly Fam?
Yeah, I have friends who have kids who play CYO, so like I know about it. Like Jelly Fam is a huge Instagram thing. Like, you got anything on that, TJ?
It's not like it's like a group of like young basketball players that basically like market themselves, and they're like pretty well known as far as like the high school scene goes.
doing layups essentially. Like I do know it's a lot of like this is a layup. Like spinning the ball 2 times. Like
I don't even know what it is, but regardless,
it's
he's
weird
got
layups.
like
They do weird layups. I know that.
450,000 followers, and like someone from Alabama basketball usually. Like Kofi Coburn's got 73,000. You know him more than Quinterly.
Yeah.
And Quinterly, Quinterly's good.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like a kid like that can get a shit ton of money with 500,000 followers on Instagram. But dude, they're all like, we kind of talk to the kids. They're like, yeah, we don't know because we have to get like lawyers to look at things because a lot of people are just trying to screw them over.
Well, also, I know there's a thing. Isn't like certain states, it's like not fully legal. Like, I've heard of something in like Texas, it's not like fully cleared and like.
Even I was
there's
talking
a lot
to
of
one of the kids. He's like, yeah, I'm on Cameo. I can get the money, but I can't get tips. Like it has something to do with like why can't you get a tip? What's the difference of getting a tip and doing the Cameo?
Yeah.
Did y'all get to ask the players about the likeness stuff, or were they even?
We haven't. We talked to them a little like off camera. Like they're all open, but they're all just like we're not sure exactly because we're all trying to figure it out right now. And you don't want to just sign a deal and then it's like you get free barbecue on Fridays and you get like $200. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what a lot of people are trying to do right now. But
And
I
you kind of feel for them because it's been so many years that they should get the money, and people are trying to take advantage of them, and there's a rush to it and like an arms race. And if you wait, maybe somebody creates a better shirt than like. So you do kind of feel for the kids, but
I did tell them.
They do seem like everybody thinks it's the Wild West. The universities, the NCAA, the kids, no, everyone's still trying to figure it out.
I'm curious to Coach Musselman say, like, I wonder how this is going to be managing, like, locker rooms, you know, as a coach. And especially,
who's getting paid more.
Yeah, and
or something
especially
like
in football when you got 120 kids in there.
Yeah.
You know they're all going to be talking, oh, I got this, you got that, and it's going to become
that's
like
why Derek King, what he's doing is actually smart, where he's like, I don't want to get paid more than anybody else. I want to cut a deal for all my guys. Did you see that?
I saw something. He signed some sort of. I knew he signed some sort of.
Somebody's like,
big
I
deal.
want $6,000. This guy gets $6,000. The other guy $6,000. So there's no bullshit in the locker room, which is huge. But like, I was talking to Quinterly again. And
he
he's
better
like,
cut the offensive line in on that deal too.
Yeah, I think
Nobody's
it's
gonna block for him.
I think it's everybody. But I was like, dude, if you go off one night, have 30 points, have like a double, and then you just put a swipe up on your Instagram, like for a T-shirt, all those Alabama people are gonna go fucking bananas for that. So like there is definitely an opportunity to make some good money for them.
Well, I think what really happened is it's weird because obviously we've been talking about like the NIL thing literally like forever, like decades.
Yeah.
And then so it's been like this slow, gradual process. But then once it happened, that process wasn't gradual. The flip just kind of got switched, or the switch got flipped, and that was it.
But
and now it's just like open, and no one really knows what's really going on. There's not some like concrete set of regulations. Well, I think it's because really there should have just never been regulations on it in the first place.
No.
The student athlete thing is the biggest myth of all time.
But I
People
guarantee
just don't know what to do.
When someone's going to break through with like a big deal, and they're going to change all the rules.
I think aren't there some people that have already signed like kind of bigger deals?
And the thing, what's happening now is, I don't know if I heard this somewhere or if we said it. I don't know if I'm taking this from somebody. Sorry if I am. But like these schools are like, it used to be I think it was maybe Big Cat said it was like players are going against the NCAA. Like used to like hate the NCAA. Now it's gonna be like players going against their own schools because they can't use like their logos and shit.
Right.
And, like, and it's going back and forth.
Well, because I was thinking that, for example, like Ohio State's like a Nike school. So like, say like the C.J. Stroud that's starting quarterback, he couldn't just go like sign an Adidas deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's still certain.
Yeah.
Like there's still certain.
There
like,
are still major
and
regulations.
there's even
Yeah.
smaller ones. Like say for example, like they might be sponsored at the stadium by like Raising Cane's, like chicken or like something like that. So like you might not be able to go to like another like fast food place or like whatever, like something like that. Like I think there's a lot of still gray area with that kind of stuff.
Both coaches though were like, we're happy that like they're getting paid. Like this is good for them. We've always said it, and I was like, that's good because you need. If the coaches are against it, they're not going to help you. Like you can't.
Well, if they're against it, they're not going to be able to recruit. I mean, you're literally not going to be like, hey, you come to my school, you can't make money. I think it's the divide between the Power 5 and G5 is about to get even bigger.
Well, that's what I was going to say with Arkansas and Bama. Like those are two schools that have a lot of money behind them. So not only money, they can put like resources behind you. Like I know Ohio State, that's part of their big pitch now is like, we'll get you followers on Instagram, on Twitter. Like we'll build your personal brand. And schools like Bama and Arkansas are obviously capable of doing that as well. And the other, obviously, pretty much most of the Power 5 schools have money and resources to do that kind of stuff.
You're right about that gap. I also think you're going to see conferences gaps get even bigger. So like, you think Vanderbilt's going to close the gap in the SEC or just get even worse?
That part of it, I think, is interesting. I think that part of it is going to be just the way that like that individual school handles it.
I'm trying to think.
Because I think I see what you're saying. Like it can be a positive and a negative. Like they're a bottom tier in like football, even basketball, kind of too recently.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're still an SEC school. You still should have some money and resources behind you to build that stuff up.
Right.
To some degree, at least.
All right, let me tell y'all boys about BetterHelp. Life is full of stressors. It doesn't matter who you are or what you have, your life is probably stressful. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Unload the stressors, get your mind right, and get some unbiased feedback. You'd be pretty surprised at what you might gain from it. See if it's for you. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/picks. That's BETTERHELP.com/picks. Rico, I noticed you said earlier, because you like to do the golf, not a British Open fan.
So, no, I knew I was traveling, so I haven't been able to research it also, but the British Open's on at fucking 3 in the morning. It's always gray. It always rains. I'm not a fan of it. I will get in on it live. I'll take a drive down to PA, I like to pick a guy maybe 2-3 shots back. Hopefully Morikawa's sitting around. I'll obviously get on him live regardless. But yeah, it's just a depressing tournament. You ever watched it? It's horrible.
This British Open's a weekend.
It's
thing
horrible.
For me. I'm not waking up.
It's just that
No
5
shot.
6 a.m. thing.
No,
That's
but
what
it's just the rain and them wearing sweatshirts.
and it's gray.
But I
in
do
fucking
like
July. It's
I don't
depressing
hate
to me.
that. I don't hate that part of it.
I do-
I agree with Marty. I said on the show yesterday, I'm usually a guy that I'll jump on somebody live on like Saturday or
Yeah,
Sunday.
that's what I'm gonna
I don't
do.
need to be sweating the cut.
Yeah.
No, that's
and
what I'm
also,
going to do.
I do like though on Sunday you wake up at like 8 a.m. It's like almost over.
It's almost over.
I remember that Mickelson-Stinson thing was awesome a few years ago when they both went super low on Sunday.
Yeah.
They like ran
I
it out
will
and
tell you
Stinson
though,
won.
I want Jordan Spieth to stay at the top right now. He's second. He's in second right now, -5. But like, I want him to stay up top. I love when Jordan Spieth is good.
He's a likable guy. Yeah, I don't.
He's won this before too.
He did.
Yeah,
he
he
had some fucked up shit with his cat. Like his caddy, he had like basically the yips with his swing. I don't know, he was a mess. Looks like he's getting back. The young guys are fun. Again, Foreplay does a great job of it. Make golf fun. Like stop having old bags be the best golfers. It doesn't need to be this stuffed shirt sport. Golf can be fun. Let these guys be on Instagram in an off week, and you see a clip of them playing with their shirts off, which they've done. You know, like just let them
I like
fucking
when they're partying
let them have
Bahamas
fun.
and stuff.
Yeah,
I feel
fun.
like even those guys have kind of that were doing that. I feel like they've even got like now they're
saying it's actually
they're getting,
beautiful
They're
weather
getting
today.
close to 30. You know what I mean?
Right.
Getting
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
like it was like what was it, like Fowler, Justin
Yeah, yeah,
Thomas,
yeah.
like Spieth.
So like
some
you
of these
know, just
guys.
keep it. You know, whatever.
All Rico needs to have fun is take your shirt off.
I just remember there were videos of them playing like barefoot.
Yep.
And one guy would like hit his shot off the fairway. And he just starts sprinting to the ball. They're just fucking around.
I think they should have a fucking one event. They should have a scramble in golf.
You are obsessed.
Love
with
scrambles.
Dude, that's all this guy talks about is fucking scramble. You know
It's
why
the
he
only
loves
time I'm
scramble?
good.
Because he shoots a 120 and he only has to shoot the ball 3 times.
I'll
Shut
tell you
the
what,
fuck
though.
up about scramble.
Do a pro golfer, a celebrity, and like a pro golfer, an athlete, and a celebrity, like movie.
Well,
or
no,
TV.
I mean,
let them play
the,
3-man scramble.
But the Rogers and Brady thing that
was fun.
They just did it with 2. My thing is, I think it's honestly,
they
I thought it
played-
was boring as shit. To be honest
so
with you.
boring.
They played.
I thought it was like
That's 'cause
devastatingly
Bryson
boring.
sucks.
It wasn't even that. I just think it's hard to carry it when you're playing a scramble like that. Listen, like Rogers, Brady, they're great athletes, but I mean, how many shots are they really taking from them? They took a few. Like I'm
They
not
played
saying
a
they didn't take
version.
any, but
People mix this up. They played a version of best ball.
well, they were literally going to the best shot, which is scramble, correct? Like best ball is when you play your ball through and you take the best score.
No, but
Take
they
the best
yeah, but they
score.
go to the
Scram-
shot.
no,
but then-
They were literally like going to like the bet, like say like what's whoever DeChambeau stripes it on the fairway. The other guy hit like Rogers, whoever.
But I
hits
think
it
they
in
were
the
doing
woods.
alternate shot. If
Yeah,
I
no, but
remember.
Rogers had to hit the next shot.
Yes. So
Like if he,
You're true.
DeChambeau
Ev, what you're
hits it on
saying
the
is a little
fairway,
true.
So like no matter what, his the
So
best
they would
ball,
they have to take
Rogers
Rogers'
has
next
to hit the
shot.
next
yeah.
ball.
So
He
that's
can't
what
do
that's
that.
called is alternate shot. There's a bunch of
Okay,
different versions.
Yep, got it.
Yeah.
I like watched it. I didn't like I said. I just
only
thought
saw
it was
a little
so
bit of it
The
as
boring.
well.
banter was just boring. It was.
I just thought it was so boring. I didn't
I don't-
watch it. For
I'm
very
not
long.
really-
Kowski was one of the funniest things, and he wasn't even. He was called in the.
I'm
call for
also not
comments.
really a fan of Rogers, his act
I actually like Rogers.
like that. I think he's a little smug like that too. So
You know, I think he comes off as smug. I feel like now at least we've seen him a little bit more like the Barstool Fun thing. I feel like that's just kind of who he is, and it comes off as smug because he's this like phenomenal athlete that's like a little like kind of soft spoken a little bit. He's kind of just like blah blah blah.
who was he with on like double dates on vacation? Miles
Teller. I
Miles
think.
Teller, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like him too. That's another Glenny Balls fan.
Yeah.
Huge, biggest Glenny Balls fan in the world.
Has
Love
he
booze
won?
and burgers.
Has he won an Oscar yet?
I think he might have
Should
got
have for War Dogs. Fucking love that movie.
honestly the
No, he should have for Whip It. I mean,
Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Yeah, Whiplash
Did he
is
win
fire.
it? He wouldn't. We would have heard
I
that.
think the J.K. Simmons. I think he might have
He
won
won
for
it.
supporting actor.
I gotta talk.
That's
to
a fucking. That's one of those movies that when you try to explain it out loud, it sounds like it'd be the worst
It's
movie
unbelievable.
ever. It's fucking awesome.
What's
I
the
gotta
Miles
talk-
Teller movie where he's goes out for like that 20 his friend's 21st birthday.
Oh yes.
it
It might just
21
be
and
something
over?
like I think it's 21 and
21
over.
and over?
Yeah.
20 and over.
It's funny.
He has an unbelievable cameo in Project
Project
X.
X.
Yes,
Unbelievable.
He's the USC
He's
like
got
second
the, yeah,
baseman.
he's got the
He's
bat. He's like, I heard it's gonna be a banger. It's
He's a
unbelievable.
UNC
Wait,
second
he
baseman.
sees him at the grocery
At
store.
the
He's like,
grocery
wait, he's
store.
like, you guys are the one throwing that
Yeah,
party?
yeah, yeah.
They're like, yeah. He's like, oh. He's
Yeah.
like, all right.
I got to talk to Westy. Maybe we'll get a parlay. Julia Stiles, Miles Teller to win Oscars on there, like plus 50,000. I got to talk. Miles Teller's on my board. I think he can win multiple Oscars too. I love him.
When's that? When is that? The Oscars?
I'm just saying. I've just been saying it. I think you should be able to bet on celebrities' lives, like buy stock in celebrity. That's my next thing.
That almost is kind of like what when like McElroy, his like dad betted him to like win a British
Yeah.
When he
Open
was
by the time
12.
he was 26.
Yeah. He
was like 12
That's like
when
kind
he
of the
bet
same
it.
thing. You're like betting on a guy when he's like 25, whatever. Like this guy at some point in his life is gonna win whatever award. Don't hate that. Don't know really where you get odds from that, I guess, but
I want a live stock market of athletes. Like imagine being able to short somebody you know
I
is
think-
gonna get
people-
canceled down the road.
I think people have tried to do that before.
I
remember-
know.
Would you, like,
I'll
short-
get all the
Would you just like short anybody that says controversial stuff?
Exactly.
And just
I'm
knowing
gonna
it's
get
not
all the
gonna last?
DMs. These
I remember-
people, all these companies, they DM me. They say what it is. I don't give them any free pub, but I guess it is a thing. But I'm fascinated.
I remember
by
my
it.
godfather at one point saying he knew somebody that was like involved in a startup around that, little like buying like
Yeah.
stock and
Yeah, I
guys.
know. I just.
All right, guys, let me tell you all about Cuts Clothing. Fellas, the sport of business means demanding excellence from your craft and your wardrobe. Your fits need to be versatile, blending timeless style and comfort so that you look as good as you feel. For that, there's Cuts Clothing.
Minty, you see what I'm wearing?
Cuts, baby.
Boom.
Unbelievable shirt.
Boom.
This is
Your
Cuts
fit-
clothing right here.
Good looking
Check out
sweatshirt.
Marty.
It is a fucking I'm not even kidding. I don't even need to read off it right now. It is the only thing I wear. If you don't have a style, it is the best way to look cool, to be honest.
It's clean.
It's
a
clean. It
good
fits
look.
you well. It's just beautiful. You can wear it to the gym. You can wear it to bed. You can wear it out. You can wear it literally wherever you want.
The versatility is impressive.
It's so
'Cause if
good.
it blends in no matter where you're at.
I love it so much.
Awesome. Well, and appreciate Cuts Clothing for sending us some stuff. Sending us some stuff at Pick Central. My bad, guys. It's not just a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's office leisure apparel for the sport of business. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/picks. That's cutsclothing.com/picks for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. Marty's got to. You going to change your Cuts Clothing? No. Okay. Marty's stepping out for a second. Second half of Major League Baseball starts today. Do y'all have any teams you like to make second half big runs? I know we've
I got
discussed
one.
we've
I
discussed,
got one. I
go
think
ahead.
is going to fade. Sorry to
Okay, go
interrupt.
ahead.
The Giants.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Start
they're
to look at that
57 and
division.
32.
I know. I think there's a possibility they can miss the playoffs. I was talking to Jack about trying to get that out.
What's the MLB? Are they doing the? How are they doing the playoffs?
It's only 6.
Oh, so they're not.
Well, I'm sorry. Hold on. It's
Well, they're still doing the wild card.
3
game, right?
divisions, but five in each league.
so they're doing the
From
wild
my
card, the
understanding.
1 game wild card again.
Yes.
So
from
they're
my
not.
understanding.
Last year they had the thing where they let
I know.
everybody in. They're not doing
Yeah.
that again.
Not from my understanding. I was talking to Hubs about it maybe a month ago.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's only 5 in a league.
Well, looking at that.
And then really 4 because 1 is in the playoffs for a day. So it's
Now,
like.
that NL West, though, you're not kidding. Like, the Giants are having this historic start. They're either 56 or 57 and 32. I
I'll
can't
get up
remember
the
which.
standings right
But
now.
then you've got the Dodgers, who have won that division 8 times in a row, the defending World Series champs.
They're just coasting.
Slam Diego, who are right there, too. They've all won over 50 games.
All right, so the Padres are 6 games back, but they're 53 and 40. If the Padres were 53 and 40 in any other division, they'd be winning. The Giants are 57 and 32. They have the best record in the league, but I think they'll be lucky to get the wild card because the two other West, I think they can finish third in that division. With the Dodgers and the Padres are going to get hot. The Giants, they can't possibly be this hot,
Yeah,
right?
Kevin Gossman has like a 170 ERA or something.
They got a few good pitchers. Like Wood's been really good.
I disagree with you. I know what you said. I've been saying that. Like at the beginning of this season, I've been
Yeah.
saying they're just on a hot streak.
They don't have a
Even-
great lineup. Like
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
they have that sneak. Like they're that team that I feel like everyone's been saying they're going to fall off from like day one when they
Yes.
started going on a little.
and they
run.
just keep killing it. Their pitching's fucking crazy. I don't even think Longoria's back. Like their lineup, when you look at it as like we're not giant fans.
No.
We don't really know what they're, but like you look at it, it's like, how are these people winning? But they're just like they're just a good team. I think we have to accept that they're a good team.
I just saw the odds on the Barstool Sports, but the Giants are still plus 250 to win that division. So there's not a lot of public sentiment.
I think,
or is that what says 250?
350.
Wow,
350.
they're plus 350.
That should tell you something about what you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, it's I'm not saying that they're better than the Dodgers.
Right.
Oh, that was from October 3rd. Look, that was played. That's
No.
No. That's when it will.
That's when
okay,
it'll
sorry.
be official.
Yeah, like I'm not saying
It's all
like
good. It's weird like that.
I'm not. The Dodgers are. Yeah, the Dodgers are probably gonna win it.
TJ, what was that White Sox boost? Are they up to 9.5? They have the best record in the
and they've had a
they're
lot
a
of
game
injuries,
away
too.
from the American League record.
What?
No, there was I thought I saw a boost today.
Dude, their fucking division's awful.
White Sox to win the World Series.
That's really the only division that's
Awful.
been decided already.
Yeah, they're just so bad. I mean, I fucking hate them.
White Sox to win the World Series. Go. Where is it?
Plus right there, plus 950.
950. I like that. I
That's
told
not
you about
bad.
the A's. What are the A's sitting at?
Oh, here we go again.
You think the A's
you
and
want
the
the
Astros
Mets?
win that division?
I think the Astros are going to win it now. The A's cooled off, but
Big F.
A's is a good number. It's a
4
good number to
teams,
have.
He just said 4 teams.
I said Giants to miss the playoffs, like the White Sox, like the A's. And I'll get
And
you.
you said the Astros are gonna win.
The Astros.
So they're going to win the division.
Yeah, I'm trying to be humble. When the A's win, I'm in better shape.
A's ain't it.
I want to ask
Same song and dance every year with
think-
the A's.
They can make the
every-
playoffs.
every-
Never do anything in the playoffs.
I think you're right.
They do it every year.
Trust me,
gotta take the value.
That's where I'm at with the Yankees right now. I'm like, we're doing the same fucking song and dance.
And
we're even worse.
How frustrated would I be if I was a year early on the A's and missed? You know what I mean? Like I'm still hanging out at the party a little bit to see if Miss America shows up, and then I'll leave. If the A's lose this year, I'll leave.
I just don't think they have the starting pitching, which that's how I feel about the Yankees too.
I've never seen a team make up new ways to break my heart to lose a game. Every time on the podcast, I'm like, all right, at least like that game happened. Like the Chapman when he gave that shit up. Well, he gave up like 4 games.
He's given up a
But
million.
like the last
recently.
Chapman when he gave up the Grand Slam or whatever it was, and I was like, all right, that is the
They were up
last.
7-2
There's
going.
no
The
way.
Angels won.
Angels won. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way that we could do this again. That Astros one, actually, like, I was upset. That's how much they hurt me because I was like, wait, we sweep the Astros.
Yeah, right before the
We
break.
get a little
momentum.
hot. Yeah, and like everything's looking good, and then you're up 7-2 in the 9th inning. How does that happen?
I had reached the point when I saw it, I was just like maniacally laughing about myself. Like I was even past the point of like
anger?
of anger that they've just driven me so crazy. I'm just laughing at my own failure.
Do you know what's fucking crazy? The Yankees are still favored tonight. They have not beat the
Yeah.
Red Sox. They're
minus
Jordan
130,
Montgomery.
127, I
Corey
think.
Kluber has more wins than Jordan Montgomery. Corey Kluber hasn't pitched in 2 months, and he's still minus 130 tonight. What is Vegas
Did
doing?
you see? I
Because they
think
know
one
if
of
they
our
put the Yankees as a dog, they're gonna get a ton. Like
And you know
they,
what?
they get the
Yankees
Dukes.
with a
It's-
plus number, they're gonna get
And
killed.
you know what?
Or
Me
not
and-
Vegas.
Me and
Penn.
Big Ev
Penn.
betting the Yankees.
I bet him. I'm like, oh, I had a couple days off. I'll give him another shot. I'll probably fucking lose. Whatever.
Do you guys think you should blow it up?
It's
Blow up one thing.
half and half. Like yes and no.
The thing
not like everything.
you
but
can't blow up anything. That's the problem.
I know.
Well,
The only
well,
person we can get rid of, I think, is Voit.
Forget money. What's the hit list of who you want to get rid of? Let's do that. Stanton?
But you can. He makes too much
can't-
money.
you can't get rid of
Sanchez?
Even-
I just
even
said
like,
take money out.
No, but like
well,
Then
you can't- but you
who's the
can't,
hit list?
though.
Who's the hit list?
I'm being realistic. Stanton, obviously, we can't have because no one's going to take his contract. Judge, I think we have. I think you have to keep Judge. He's still.
I think he's the only one that's had like a solid. He's having a solid season. He really
think
is.
I still have a small hope for Glaber, and right now is his stock's
trade value
low,
is so low
is
you
up.
can't even get him off.
I think
Like,
Luke Voit is the person we'd have to. He's been hurt, but his stock is still kind of high from last year.
How much
like,
you getting for Voit, you think?
Not crazy, but like, dude, that's the thing. We can't trade much because there's not much to like. Everyone's stock is low.
Plus they know you're desperate.
Who's gonna take Chapman? Nobody.
Right.
he makes some money too.
It's
he's
like
old.
Because
you
Glaber was the piece I was thinking about moving, but it's like he's a young guy who showed a lot of potential. But this year he's been awful.
If we're giving up Glaber, you want
Exactly. You want the big haul. He's a young guy who literally is a middle infielder who can hit 30, 40 home runs. Like
And I don't want to give up
and he's at his
Urshela.
absolute bottom lowest value.
Urshela is my favorite Yankee. I can't give him up.
Yeah,
He makes $400,000.
Like even like we just signed LeMayu, so that's an option. I wouldn't really want to trade him either. Like I don't. He hasn't had nearly the
nobody.
season we've expected.
We're talking to ourselves. Nobody.
So are you trying to add anything
We're
at the
keeping
deadline to make a run this year? or-
They're talking about we might
Get started.
it's us and Padres going after Joey Gallo, a lefty power hitter.
don't need that, though.
That's home run or bust. Literally,
We do need lefty,
we need a
though.
lefty.
You need a lefty, you got
But it's
that.
the same thing. Home run or bust guy. We got
I
a
feel like they'll
million
need
of
more
them.
Starting pitching, right?
Can the
No,
Mets?
that's the thing.
Wait,
though.
hold on a
Our
second.
pitching
Sorry.
isn't-
Can't the Mets offer a better package for Gallo than you guys?
Probably. I don't
We
know.
need a power. I think the Mets need a power.
I just know
hitter,
in
too.
the reports I had seen, it was the Yankees and Padres were the most like aggressive. going after him.
because they're the ones closest to the World Series. I'm just being a Met homer. We know we need a power hitter.
No, you guys are going to go after like a Chris Bryant. You guys are looking better than fucking.
Oh fuck, Nesta
Yankees' best
What
pitcher
happened
just
with
got COVID.
COVID.
Really?
Who's still good? Who's getting COVID? Come on, come on, Nesta. Jesus Christ,
Who's getting COVID?
what are we doing?
Wandy?
Wendy's back.
Wandy's got COVID.
Oh,
too?
Wendy's got. What's Wendy doing on the weekends, huh? Holy shit! Oh, Zach Britton's back. Oh, Zach Britton's back.
We need
And new guy Trey Ambergy
helps.
making his debut tonight.
What do you say?
I love the Red Sox.
Trey
tonight.
Ambergy making his number 95
It's a funeral. It's a
everyone
constant
from
funeral.
AAA Scranton.
I obviously
Lamborghini
know who
Mercy.
Trey and Berge is. Come on.
Do you think the Mets are going to be able to hang on to that division, Rico?
It's an awful division.
Acuna
jerseys, Rico.
being out helps. I should say helps. You don't ever want to see a guy like that. You win with like an asterisk, but whatever. He's out. He's out. Phillies. I don't know. Smitty
think
will
you gotta
probably
watch
get,
out.
No, the
for
Phillies have the
Phillies.
weakest
Yeah.
schedule the rest of the way.
Yeah.
They're like
I think
7-1.
I don't even
Phillies
like the
are
Nats
pesky.
too a little bit.
the Mets. It really
Nats are hot.
It really
going to break.
matters if the
Nats
Mets.
do a lot of slow
Now,
starts.
I like the Nats lineup. I really do. I think the Nats got a real solid lineup.
Mets are holding a fucking 3.5 game lead. Nats are 6 back. Phillies are 3.5. Braves are 4 back, but without Acuna.
That's a crazy thing.
I think they got to go get a move because I'm watching the way the Mets are winning games. It's a lot of luck. It's a lot of bench mob guys because that's what they're calling themselves, like elevating. But then you look at the bright side. KFC kept being like, be on the bright side. If Carrasco comes back, if you get anything out of Syndergaard, with the way these guys are pitching,
What's
just go.
crazy?
I just want to go. We got to go get a bat. Just get one more
Yankees-
bat.
Yankees
Conforto's
are
gotta
3
pick
games
it up.
back from the Mets, and we're 8 games out of first in our
I
division.
know. Yeah,
No,
your
that
division's
NL
loaded.
East is just
I know.
a tire
Your division's
fire.
loaded.
The AL East is unbelievable.
Your
and
division's
honestly,
loaded.
I think the Blue Jays are due to make a run.
For sure.
Now they got Springer in the lineup.
AL
Like, they
East
got a
is like that
serious
every
lineup
year.
too.
The
The top 4 or 5 of the Blue Jays lineup is actually like incredible right now.
Like the
you got
Orioles is the only
Springer,
joke,
Bichette.
and then everyone like we're in 4th, and we're still.
I think we're tied with the Blue Jays
what,
right
3
now.
games above 500. It's just awful, awful.
You know, in the first, well, this is going back to talking about how the Yankees are favorites tonight. We're the only above 500 team that if you bet against the Yankees every game, you'd be up like 14 units.
Oh, you'd be way up because they're such a big favorite.
Yeah, because they're the
They're
biggest
always
commodity.
favorites.
Yeah, it's the same.
Because they know we're all suckers.
Because
when we
me
see
and
the Yankees.
me and Marty
It's
Goombats,
probably
we're
yeah,
gonna
it's
pull,
probably
we're gonna pull the
us,
trigger on them.
bro.
What other teams y'all think are that public? Yankees, I guess Cowboys, Notre Dame football.
Duke,
Notre
like
Dame.
Duke's one of them.
Duke's
Notre
a
Dame
huge-
football.
Duke and Kentucky.
Like I feel like Duke and Kentucky were just like they just lay an extra 3.
That showed it this year when they were
Oh,
both bad.
the Patriots during their run.
A lot of the LA teams are big public too with the Vegas influence. I always feel like USC is.
I think college football, any of the like big fan bases, like the Ohio States, the Bamas, all like those kind of. I feel like they get juiced up a little bit. They just know there's those fan bases. You're just gonna like I'm blindly putting at least one unit on Ohio State every week. Not blindly, but I don't even care who they're playing. I'm gonna bet on them.
I hope we get some receiving props for those kids this year.
They're.
Like,
I
what do you
mean,
mean?
The Ohio State guys, like you know how you get game props. College doesn't. We have it in like the national championship game, but on a Saturday, it could be very hard to get it. I don't think I've seen. Have you seen it on a?
I don't know if I've seen like a seat like for like a total. You know,
Because
what I mean,
they
for,
just
like, a
can't.
season.
Yeah, they can't do it for every game.
Well, also,
It's too
I think
much,
well,
but
you would have to be like obviously you'd have to quantify it like regular season because you don't know how many think about the playoff system. Like you might get 2 extra games.
no. What I mean is receiving yards in a game.
Oh.
They line up against Minnesota week 1 or whoever the fuck they're playing.
I
I want to
think
take
they have
Olave
some of
over
those.
95 and a half.
I think they have some of those.
I don't know if they do it on every regular Saturday, though.
Because I think, because I know, I can only speak, I know I took some of them in the national championship game.
That's what I'm saying. That's
I
a
remember
big
I bet on
stage.
like Garrett Wilson score a touchdown.
They
and
could
like
never do it for all 100 games on a Saturday.
Yeah, especially like non-big ones.
Right, but with some of the big
But when
ones,
they
that-
play like Michigan,
of
or
course, yeah.
Penn
But the
State,
more and more prominent that gambling gets, and people want access to everything, tip, this, that, receiving yards, props. How much I love those Ohio State guys. I think they're just gonna spread the ball around, and you could get 85 yards like fucking as the third option, fucking around. You know what I mean? Like their best guys obviously gonna get 150. They're just gonna be killing people through the air. Killing people.
you have the over 11.
I
on them.
fucking- I think
yeah,
they're
you
the-
are. I
I
remember we
think-
went over the win total Wednesday.
I think
yesterday.
they're the national champions. I really do.
Wow.
Pound the pavement.
They're
Rico.
fucking
Pound
so
the
good.
Pavement.
Stroud, all he's got to do is just ease in. He's supposed to be a superstar talent. If he stinks, obviously I'm wrong, but based on what's
I don't think
you
he
can't
stinks.
just say like all he's got to do is ease in. It's like that's a lot. He's got to do a lot more than that.
Well, let's just
I know
hope.
he has a lot of options.
I just think it's rare that you see in college football, you see like two legit like all-American guys come back, especially when the one, Olave literally would have been a first-round pick. Like I was stunned that he came back. I'm absolutely stunned.
I mean, it's dumb.
Do you think it was just the receiving class was loaded this year? Was the reason?
Well, it's a mixture of like him coming back just made it like berserk, but like having Wilson and then basically the last year and then this year, we brought in like 3 elite guys both years. So now the room is just insane.
Let me give you one other comparison too. Was Mac Jones like anybody's like major he was gonna be elite last year? Like I know he's Alabama's quarterback, right? But like
I get what you're saying.
Comes after Tua. We didn't think he was gonna set the world on fire. But those receivers made him look so good, and he was right there.
Yeah, when you got the 4 and 5 stars
Yeah.
everywhere.
right there for the Heisman.
Burrow was
Stroud is a sleeper to me at Heisman as well. And if
for
you look
sure.
at the formula, it's a quarterback award, and we talk about big game in September on a national stage. No bigger game than them versus Oregon week 2. He lights it up, bang. He's no longer, I think he's like 25-30 to 1. Or I'll pull it up right now.
No, it is.
And they also, the thing is,
TJ, add that. I'll take that right now. Give me Stroud.
the other thing too is like the Bama situation with Devontae Smith was unique, and so much of that was because Waddle went down. You know, like the Ohio State's got multiple guys; they're going to spread it out. Like Bama would, because of what happened with Waddle getting hurt, Smith became so much.
Stroud's only at 10-1.
Oh wow!
I did see.
I thought 25 sounded a little high.
All right, I don't like it
because
as much.
they understand just like Ohio State quarterback, like that offense, like he's going to put up numbers.
But I think I'll take him at 10-1.
What's Rattler?
Probably,
Yeah, can you
probably
read
about
off?
the same.
Can we
Yeah,
show the
sure.
Heisman
Let's
odds
plug
real
it.
quick, please?
Rattler
Okay.
plus 550. DJ Ungulea plus 600. Bryce
sexy
Young
name.
800. 8-1. Shroud 10-1. JT Daniels 12-1. Sam Howell 17-1. I wish there was a way
Matt
to
Corral
short.
20 to 1
I wish there was a
still.
way to short Sam Howell. That schedule's brutal.
Yeah.
Corral still
Shorts the fuck out of him. Corral's 20-1.
20 to 1. Okay.
Derek King 20-1.
I don't think Ole Miss can win enough. I think you'd have to win 10 games to have a real shot. I don't know if they can do
It's
that.
so wild. Like think about just like C.J. Stroud has played like a few snaps for Ohio State. He has the 4th best odds to win the Heisman.
Yeah, it's crazy.
JT Daniels is I think that's a real solid bet, 12 to 1.
I do think they're.
I'm a Georgia.
Yeah, it's just a bummer that receiver got hurt.
It Pickens.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a Georgia believer still.
Is Carson Strong even on here?
That Georgia Clemson game week 1 is going to be.
Fuck, Westy?
He might be way down.
Bo Nix.
It's just tough to win it.
Bo Nix,
It's tough to win it in Nevada.
I can't find him. No, he's not winning it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
I'll place it, though. I mean, he's my guy.
Well, let me tell y'all about IP Vanish. Today's episode of Pick Central brought to you by IP Vanish. It's a virtual private network, a VPN for short. A VPN is a super important tool that helps you safely browse the internet. You can use a VPN on your computers, tablets, phones, even things like your Fire Stick when you're streaming media. When you use a VPN, all your data is encrypted. What you're reading, searching, and what you're watching is all protected. If you care about the security of your online activity, the easiest way to protect yourself is with IP Vanish VPN. Get started with this limited time offer and save 65%. Wow, what a number. Off monthly and annual subscriptions by going to ipvanish.com/central. One more time, that's ipvanish.com/central, all lowercase.
McGregor's just riding around in a wheelchair right now, doing videos saying that he had a stress fracture in his leg and debated about pulling the thing out. Why? Like, he should not be just Just
Are we over
go
McGregor?
out.
Are you officially over McGregor?
Never will be.
No, I'll still always I'll agree with like Big Cat's kind of take. Like it's kind of I think a lot of people would agree. Like I'm always gonna like if he fights, I'm always gonna pay for it. I'm always gonna watch.
He's
Right, but you're
most
over.
electric.
I don't
You're-
think he's.
You're going in being disappointed, right? Like Mayweather at the end of his shit.
I
No.
think.
I think that when he gets in there, I'm still thinking that he has that spark that's gonna be fucking wow me. Like that was the most excited I've been, and I'm not like how Big Ev is with UFC. Like I'm a casual UFC fan. I was so fucking excited to watch.
I mean, that was they announced the numbers. That was the second biggest UFC pay-per-view of all time.
Really?
Behind when he fought Khabib. That was the only one that stopped it, which that one was an animal of its own. So that just shows how, after seeing him lose, how hyped America was to see him fight again and see if he could actually pull it off.
I know Khabib's retired. If they fought again, I feel like the world would go on fire.
Yeah, he would. Khabib won it.
It kind of.
They already talked about that. They wanted like George St. Pierre to fight him, which would have been like a massive mega fight, and he was like, "I'm good."
Shows you. It's all about being entertaining. I mean, it isn't even always about winning or losing, you know?
I mean, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's whether you want to see him knock somebody out, you want to see him get knocked out, you pay the same price. That's what it is.
Or just two schmoes who are good fighters. Who are you gonna watch? I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch Jake Paul.
For sure, like the hardcore people are always going to want to see the good fights, but 100% when you talk about public like perception,
Good
Who's
boxing.
You
gonna
wanna see-
sell-
you wanna see
who's gonna
stars
sell
fight.
the fucking fight.
yeah, you want to
I
see
also
stars
love
fight.
what's his name,
Sugar.
Sugar.
He's
awesome.
if he can win a couple fights, he has a chance to be like
He has
McGregor
a good,
esque.
his
Because he has the voice of the youth. Like he doesn't. I don't know if he has the same mic skills that McGregor has.
He's funny on
but
TikTok.
but the way he works, like the way he works social media, he does he has a podcast. Like, he does all that YouTube kind of stuff, content. Like he's becoming like best friends with like the Paul brothers and like some of these guys. He has a chance to be that guy
landed-
if he can keep winning.
so many punches. I doubt they don't even know that's possible in that fight.
It was stunning. I give the other kid like I can't believe that kid is
other
a
kid,
zombie.
Honestly, like
He is a zombie.
was almost more well liked after that.
Oh.
Just because he was just getting pounded.
That's why you take that fight.
Yeah, for sure.
You take that fight because you won. Even if say he just got slept in 2 seconds, you get another fight. That's kind of part of the deal. You sign. You take that last minute fight with a guy that you're a plus like 800 dog against.
Yeah,
But now he's the fucking. Now everyone loves the guy.
I know.
That's huge. Good for him, man.
Sorry, boys. Me and Rico have an interview.
Okay, well, there's that. Real quick, y'all picks for the Red
Yeah,
Sox
I'm
Yankees
I'm
today.
on the Red Sox, and then you give me Stroud for the Heisman.
I got the Yankees.
Got the Yankees.
Yeah.
One quick boxing thing to, I guess, to round out the show for me. Anyway, we're hanging out, and somehow Rough and Rowdy comes up with the guys from Bama, like some of the players and stuff. And Marty's like, "Yeah, I'm an undefeated boxing champion, like 1-0 lifetime." And he shows him the fight, and who's ever watching it is like, "Oh, you forgot the part where you said you got knocked down." Like
I
Marty's
didn't
like,
get knocked out. I tripped.
Tripped.
So he's like, you won, but he's like, you fell down. You forgot that part.
Can y'all mention anything about this interview you're about to have, or no? Save it.
Yeah, Marcus Zagorowski says he's the best shooter in the league.
Oh, from Creighton.
Yeah, we're gonna ask him a little bit too. How's Creighton big timed us? So we finally got Zagorowski.
Shout out to Creighton. Their managers hosted us and helped wash our clothes in Omaha, and we got to see the facility and all that. It was,
I guess they do laundry rooms, but they won't do interviews.
yeah, well, appreciate them doing that. Thank y'all. Glad to have Rico and Marty back. They're both out tomorrow. Ev and me gonna close this thing. Ev, who'd you say you took the Yankees tonight?
Yeah, I'm on the Yankees. I'm on the Yankees. I'll leave it at that. I'm a
I
Yankees
just
fan.
took the over because the pitching matchup looked kind of undetermined.
Hopefully we can turn
it's
this
10,
shit
which is
around,
high,
man.
but it looked like the Red Sox were throwing. I looked it up, and the Red Sox were throwing Rodriguez.
I'm still obviously like as much as I've been realistic and just said I don't think we have a shot to win a championship. Like I want this team to win. I'm sick of them losing. I'm still pulling for them as much as I've been negative.
As bad as it's
I think
been,
I'm
they're
just-
still over 500.
I think
it feels
I'm
like
more-
it's been the year from hell, and they're
It's what I keep harping on. Like I'm just being honest with how I feel. It's just I just struggle to see them winning in the postseason. Which Yankees, anyone who knows sports, you understand Yankees. It's championship or bust. That's what it is, and I just don't.
It's
see
interesting, like, and this we don't have time for this, but the analytics style like works for the season and not postseason. Kind of, it's like a long run, like the walk strikeout. Like the A's have had that thing too.
It's just you still need. I don't know where
You got to manufacture runs in the postseason.
sure.
The walk homer or strikeout doesn't.
the pitching just tightens up. Everything just gets harder. You just got to make those. You got to make those adjustments, and I think the Yankees just haven't. They just haven't done that. And it's just been frustrating as a fan to see it year in year out. them see like you like as a even a fan just sitting on the couch watching, you see how apparent it is that what they're doing is not working, and it's just frustrating as a fan to see like to be able to see it that clearly from your seat on the couch and them in the front office that they can't see it, that they need to change something.
Well, tomorrow, Ev, I think it's me and you back in here. Looking forward to it.
Sounds
We're
good.
gonna we're gonna get into some more football odds and futures tomorrow. Check out the Barstool Sportsbook. We've got odds up now in all the divisions. They posted the UFC North price. That'll be fun to get into. And man, hey, dog days summer only a couple of weeks here. Football camp starting up. You know, I'm glad the NBA Finals is such a good series as well. I want to thank our production crew as always. Zod, TJ, y'all kill it every day. TJ did such a phenomenal job in Omaha. I can't say enough. Like, we never would have been able to do that trip without him. Stay tuned for the Yak. It's up next. It's Tank Thursday. That's the word on the street. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Big Central.